Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Arsenal show, people. Manchester United Arsenal show. Shout out to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV in every capacity. You already know what time it is. Cam should be here shortly, people. Cam should be here shortly. But first and foremost, bump up the likes, people. Bump up the likes. Make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you share this across all the socials. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well, people. Make sure you do those three things for me, please. And keep all your questions Manchester United or Arsenal related. All your questions, Manchester United or Arsenal related. Like I stated, Cam should be here shortly. Big up to everyone in the chat already. Big up to Stephanie G says big up Flawless and Cam. Warrior J says big up to Flawless and Cam as well. United for Life says yes, people. Big up Flawless, Cams and everyone in the building. Salute to you. Malcolm says big up the man them. Jesse here saying good night to everyone. United for Life already getting his questions in as well. He says, Flawless, Bruno is not good enough, but you and I know that Bruno will be here next season. Question, what starting midfield would you rather see? Bruno, Casemiro, Rice, or Bruno, Casemiro, Casiedo, and why? Probably the latter one, Bruno, Casemiro, Casado, simply because not that I don't rate Rice. I just think, hey, this guy's such a troll, yo. This guy's such a troll. United for Life, before you get to your question, look at this guy, yo. What a prick, yo. Yeah. Hey, one thing I'll say, Troops, that our top four is more on than your title charge. That's what I'll say. So, yes, top four is on. Let me know if you're about Troops. I'll send you the link, you joke, man. But shout out Troops back again. Shout out Troops that Egypt. But Troops, let me know if you're about. I'll send you the link, yo. This guy a joke, man. That took me off guard. I've got it on the other screen here. So I just seen a comment at the bottom. But yeah, to answer your question for United for Life, probably Casado, just because I'm thinking profile wise. That's what it is. It's more the profile in regards to Casemiro. I mean, not Casemiro, Casiedo over Rice. Casiedo's just more athletic. I think he's more athletic. He's a little bit more. Sorry, people. It's Troops in the head, yo. This guy, yo. Whether I'm on stream with him or he's or he's on the stream, and you know what I'm saying, I'm in the comments, or I'm on stream but he's in the comments, but I just gets abused totally. But yeah, that's what I'm saying anyway. Shout out Troops here. Yeah, it's just more profile wise, because I've seen more of Declan Rice in regards to I've seen him play more time. So the fact that I've seen him play often enough, I mean, not play often enough, but play like yearly rather than Casado, who's new. Because I think Rice is a good player, but I don't know if he's the player to take you over the top. I don't look at him and think, oh, he's a difference maker. Whereas Casado gives me more of those vibes. He gives me much more of those vibes. So that's why I would go with the latter of midfield. But interesting to see if Casado, whether he gets a move or not, how he performs next season. Because this is only his first season in the Premier League. So ideally, I wouldn't want either of those two. I wouldn't. Big up Jacob as well. Large up Time to Shine. I see you. Don't forget any bump up the likes. Like I said, bump up the likes. Get us up to 20 likes, people. And subscribe as well, man. I did say that at the start. We're still free short of 6,420. Hit that subscribe button, people. Kaneki says, Flawless. I swear this is the only non-United statement, but I saw Pogba come on against Sevilla. I did more in 20 minutes than Bruno did in the last 3 games. I didn't watch, but I heard he got an assist. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch, but I did hear that he got an assist. Right, let's see what's going on as well. Yeah, you lot get your questions in. King Manny, you already know, man. Says big up, the grind don't stop. You already know. Similar to what was it, the United Liverpool show last week when Saint was late. Cam should be here shortly, but get any Arsenal questions in. I'll start them for when Cam lands, and any Manchester United questions I will answer for you lot as always. You already know. Yeah, Jacob, like I said, big up to you as well. Thoughts on the Luke Shaw new deal? What's the price? You know what I'm saying? I mean, not the price. Sorry. What's the How long was it extended for? Has he actually signed a new deal? Yeah, he did. See, that's how much under like. I don't mind it. I like Luke Shaw as a squad player. I've said this before. I say this again. Luke Shaw as a backup centre back, I have no issues with. I've had no issues with him playing either. Had 0 issues with Luke Shaw playing. Luke Shaw, when he's played at centre back, minus the minus the Brighton game, absolutely fine. Defends very well. On the ball, he's cool as well. And I prefer him much more as a centre back than I do a left back. And because he's left footed, he gives a wonderful balance as well to that side. Very similar to Martinez, not at the same level of Martinez, but he's good backup. So Luke Shaw, new deal. I can't believe I'm saying this. Yes, I'm all for. I just don't want to see him at left back. Him at left back, I do not want to see at left back whatsoever. I'm not with it at all. I'm not with it at all. 1 second, bear with me, people. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me. Let's see what's going on. Flawless, what player would you take off the Arsenal team? That's a good question. What player would I take off the Arsenal team? That's a good question, you know. You got me there, sports genius. You got me there. Who would I take off the Arsenal team? Because they have good players that I rate, but I'm just thinking who's the best fit for us. Because I'm thinking you got Saliba, you've got Odegaard, you've got Saka. He's one of those three. Saka. For me, it'd be Saka. Out of the three, Martaz is saying Odegaard easily. I'd go Saka. But Odegaard is definitely, it was between those three. It was definitely between those three, but I'll go Saka, 110%. Simply because, yeah. I think it's easier to get. Is it easier to get? I was going to say it's easier to get wide players than it is. Actually, yeah, I would say that because young wide players who are consistent is rare. That is the most inconsistent position at top level football. Is wide players. When you look at wide, like that is the most inconsistent players. Like you'll find young goalkeepers who are of a level, young centre backs, young fullbacks, young midfielders, even young strikers. But when you look at wingers, like younger wingers, it's just an inconsistent position. Obviously, there's exceptions to the rule, like a Vinicius Jr., for example, like an Mbappe a few years back. But that's a tough position to get right, is the wide players. You see, with City, they don't even have, as successful as Manchester City have been, they don't even have consistent wide players. Like recently, like who play week in, week out. Yeah, they got Grealish, they got Mahrez, but Foden plays out there. Bernardo Silva plays out there. Sterling's played out there when he was there. Gabriel Jesus has. Sane as well. So, yeah, I would go with Saka, personally. I would go with Saka. Yeah, Warrior J, I started that question. I'm not sure where it comes is. I spoke to him just earlier as well. Flawless is defo the Batman in the United fan base. Real work starts at night. You already know, man. We gotta get to work, man. We gotta get to work. Samuel, big up to you as well. Over 40 of you lot now in the building. Large up, man. Over 40 of you lot in the building. How many likes we're on? We're only at 23 likes. Let's get it up to 30 likes and hit that subscribe button as well. Hit the like check 1212, man. Let's get these likes up. We're 2 subscribers now short of 6,420. If you super chat as well, I get straight to your comment or question. And don't forget, link for the membership is also in the pinned comment as well. All right, let's see what I missed. Hey, Jesus would cook in your system at Manchester United as well. Yeah. He's between those three anyway. Yeah, see, Taza, you're thinking from that standpoint. If it gets Bruno out my team, get me him. It's just anybody but Bruno, which I do here. Sports genius, no Ramsdale, no. I think Ramsdale's a good goalkeeper, but no. Ramsdale's not one of those. I mentioned the 3 I would take. They're the 3 I was thinking of. It was Odegaard, it was Saka and Saliba. But Saliba with the injuries, I'm not sure, obviously, because he's injured now. Odegaard I rate highly, so I'll just take Saka. That's just me. But I'm not against Odegaard whatsoever. It would have been between those 3. Shit, that even sent Cam's the right link. Hold up. Let me see. Hey, big up Troops for retweeting as well, man. You're a real one, Troops, man. See, man's a real one. You lot, man, I'll go retweet and that. Retweet a like on the Twitter. Large up Troops every single time. Yeah, I did send him the right link. What else are you lot saying? Continue to get your questions in as well. But yeah, of course, Jesus would cook in the United system, Ashford. Without doubt. I don't doubt that, but I just think there's better options. There's a reason Manchester City let him go to Arsenal. And I actually think he's a better wide player than he is a striker. He has impressed me at Arsenal, but I said when he was at Manchester City, he was a better wide player than he was a centre forward for them. And they've missed him this season. Like their lack of pace and power out wide. Like they've got it working now and it's clicked. But earlier on when it wasn't going right, they missed him and Sterling. Like that running in behind. Come on, Bruno got 100 goals. Remember, he needs better attackers around him. Daniel, I'm guessing, yeah, this sounds like sarcasm. It just sounds like, I don't know why. You could be you could be right. That just made me laugh. I don't know what it is, but the way you wrote that has made me laugh. Jack says, I believe there's a player in Anthony and he will show it for next season. So for me, not Saka. Why not both? I agree with you, Jack. I look at Anthony and go, you have the fundamentals, but why not have both? Cam, who's about to jump on, has spoke pretty much all season about Saka needing a rest and needing a backup. I need him backup for Saka as well. So why not have Saka and Anthony? Like, I'm all for that. I'm 110% all for that. I actually wouldn't mind Nketiah. You saying it's backup, Emma? You saying it's backup? Is that what that is? Taz is saying on the Odegaard thing, I think there's a bigger difference between Odegaard and Bruno than there is between Saka and Anthony. Oh, 100%, Tazo. Without doubt. I don't. This is a spot on. I agree with you on this. Flawless, any flops seen in your team this season? Has anyone flopped who I expected to? No. Because I don't rate anybody highly enough to go, they flopped. My expectation was high and they fell short of that. If anything, everyone's over exceeded my expectation. Like Rashford is a prime example. He over exceeded my expectation. Luke Shaw, this is the best season to me he's had in years. Who else? Wan-Bissaka exceeded expectations. I'm trying to think. Yeah, those three stand out. Go, welcome to the show, man. Like Cam is in the building. Yes, family. What are you telling me? Good.
Sorry, bro, man. My bad.
It's all good. You're here, fam. These things happen, man. These things happen. You blessed though, yeah?
Yeah, I'm all blessed. Let me just.
Yeah, man. Get situated. There's no rush. Jack says, who's your backup right winger right now? Is it Palestri? Palestri currently, but you can throw Diallo in the mix. But for me, I'm all about options. I'm not, because I was asked that question, I'm taking the player I look at and go, you're getting me goals and assists in a problem area, and you're that age. That's what it is when I look at Saka. I'm like, you're that age, and look at what you're doing in a team that's not fully finished yet. Like, I'm fully with it. Like, you're already Premier League, like you're doing bits. So yeah, that's how I'm looking at. That's why I would say him, but I'm not against Odegaard either, not in the slightest. But yeah, Jack, it'll probably next season it'll probably be Diallo, but currently it's Palestri. Currently. Oh, scene. I thought you was running Bants, Daniel. He says, I'm stating facts. Bruno for me is world class. He needs better players around him. We got nothing else to discuss if you think Bruno's world class. Fair. Would I say David De Gea has been a flop? No, I wouldn't. Is that M Smoke? I just call you Smoke. The reason why I wouldn't say Smoke because my levels of expectations for De Gea are not high, and he's actually been decent this season. He's improved on what he wasn't good at. Like, it's still not up to the mark, but he's improved on it 110%. He's improved upon it. So like in terms of like his sweeper keeping, his distribution. Yeah, sweeper keeping and his distribution is not good, but it's better than it has been. So that's what I would say. But yeah, Cam comes in the building. So get your Manchester United and Arsenal question
Apologies
in.
for my lateness tonight.
No, man,
Apologies.
you're here, fam. That's all that matters. You're here. This will be a question for Cams later. Would you start Tierney or Zinchenko for the remaining games?
Tierney.
Is Zinchenko not injured anyway?
I don't even know. I haven't heard. I personally, I've been working so much. I haven't even heard about. Like,
Yeah, he's injured. He's out for the
on the
season,
news, to
I
be
heard.
honest.
But yeah, let's say they're both fit. You would start Tierney over Zinchenko. Why?
I've been saying it all season. Defensively, he's whack, bro. I've been saying it since the start. Like, I like what he's brought to Arsenal. I like the experience he's brought. Like, I know. I'm not saying he was like one of City's starters for every season he was there.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, like, he brought a different. Well, he brought a more experienced sort of
Mhm.
championship winning, if you could say, full time championship winning player. I don't know, but like, because he was obviously he was on a bench a lot as well. I know that for a fact, but
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Like, but he brings a good like sort of aura in, but it's just like one of them. Like defensively, he's just been just shit all season, and I've been saying it all season. Like I don't mind if he wants to invert him into this midfield role.
Would you like to see him in midfield?
I mean, if I mean, I'll give him a go in midfield. He's not too bad when he goes forward. You know what I mean? He's all right going forward. It's just like I said, just defensively, he's crap. Like, he's just shit.
Your captain, I don't know. I guess it's
It is, bruv. It's like do you know what it is? Tierney for me, he does. My only worry with Tierney is his injury record, and when he's on a dip, he does the dip. Do you know what I mean? But on his day, Tierney like is obviously like one. Like I wouldn't say the best left back in the world, but he can compete. He's up there competing with the best left backs in the world on his day.
Okay.
Defensively, anyway. Defensively, I'm like I said, I'm not saying he's the best, you know, but he can be competing up in them levels on his day. But I'm not saying that's every single game. Do you know what I mean? But defensively, he's better all round than Zinchenko. So I mean, even if Zinchenko was fit, personally, I'm starting Tierney because you can even see it in the last few games as well. The way Zinchenko has been getting caught out defensively, majorly, ever since Liverpool, really.
Yeah.
Ever since that Liverpool game,
game, and he cried on the bench and all them things there.
And he cried like a little baby on the bench, bro.
So that being said, the title of this video, ironically mentioning that, I didn't even mention it at the start, Arsenal chasing Manchester City in the title race, Manchester United in a close battle for top 4. What are you saying? Your thoughts changed in the title race because you did just get a very, very impressive win away at Newcastle. You lot did play well. Obviously, Newcastle created chances because they're a good side, but you lot were good value for the win.
You know what it is? My thoughts ain't changed. My thoughts ain't changed since the start of the season. Like I always knew City were gonna go win it. I mean, look, no one's expecting City to go away to Everton, who is fighting relegation right now, and lose or draw.
True.
No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No one's expecting. Who got? Oh, is it Chelsea who got next?
Who got next? Who?
City.
City. No, City play. Yeah, Everton. You got it right.
No, I mean after Everton.
Oh, I'll tell you now. 1 second.
I think it's
Chelsea. I don't think it's City just yet. I mean, I don't think it's Chelsea just yet. That's further towards the back end of the month. Yeah. They play. 1 second. I'll tell you now. Actually, like I don't have the information right here as I speak. 1 second. So they play. This is their fixed. This is their running right now. So they've got Everton away. Yeah, you were right. Actually, it's Chelsea at home.
So no one's expecting Chelsea to go to Etihad and even get
anything. Yeah,
anything.
Facts.
And then even with the final 2 games of the season they've got away, no one.
They're tough games though. They're not easy games.
I'm not saying they're not tough.
I'm
not saying they're not tough games. I'm not saying they're not tough games, but no one's expecting. Look, the only way Arsenal end up winning this title, and people are forgetting, we've got Brighton next as well.
We do.
They ain't a pushover team.
That's facts. Right.
Do you know what I mean? This season, they're fighting for top 4 basically this season. They were outside of.
They're fighting for Europe anyway. They're fighting for Europe.
Yeah, they're fighting for Europe, but top 4 there was an outside chance. You know what I mean? So, they're not a pushover. So we still need to get, like everyone's saying, for Arsenal to win this or for Arsenal to win that, is City need to drop points here and City need. Yeah, they do need to drop points. Obviously, that's the most obvious fact. But that's if Arsenal go and do 3-3 in the last 3 years. Because what happens if we go and draw to Brighton? The whole complexion changes then.
Facts.
And it's basically City are 1 game away, basically, from confirming the title. You think
City are 1 game away from confirming?
No, I'm saying if we was to go and draw or lose to Brighton, then City are legit one game away from being basically confirmed champions.
True. Well,
It
you did.
won't be against
They
Chelsea.
did just
If
get pat.
it won't be against Chelsea, it'll be against
Uh,
whoever the second from last. Oh, I forgot who they got.
Brighton.
I was at Brighton as well. So
Yeah,
Brighton
it's
at home.
Brighton for
They got
City.
Brighton away. Yeah.
Yeah. They got Brighton away.
So
Yeah. They got Brighton away.
that's what I mean. Like, no, not look for us to go win it. We have to go 3-3, and they either have to draw one.
Yeah, they're
And
Everton away, and then Chelsea at home, then Brighton away, then Brentford away. That's Manchester City's final 4 fixtures.
so for us to win, they either have to lose 2, or lose 1 and draw 1, or draw 3. If Arsenal go 3-3 in the final 3 games, obviously.
Yeah, that's
the only way Arsenal win the league.
It's depending on you, look. Yeah. I'm looking here.
So
they're a
that's
point
what I
ahead.
mean.
Yeah.
I don't see us winning the league. Like, like I said, like the only thing, like I've been defending Arteta a lot as well, man, on Twitter. Like, I understand where these people are getting on Arteta, but it's just like, do you know what? Like I said, I've been saying it since January, really, February. No one can sit there, not one Arsenal fan can really sit there and tell me, yeah. And I don't really care if you had the same thought as me. Not one Arsenal fan can sit there and tell me that Arteta didn't prove him wrong at some point this season.
No, of course, that's fair. That's fair. You can still be critical of Arteta now, but that's fair. 100%.
I understand the criticism where he's giving Arteta right now. Like all these people that are like, oh, well, I told you about Arteta, and I told you this, and I told you that, and I'm like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from because I was there with you. Like let's be real, I was one of the last Arsenal fans to really change my mind and hold my hands up and say, look, maybe I did get it wrong about Arteta. And after this season, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I don't give a cool. I understand he's bottled 15 cup competitions we've been in.
15.
Yeah, in total. Like, so yeah, over the space of 4 years, we've been, barring the one FA Cup we won where he first came in.
Okay.
We've been knocked out every single year of the Europa League.
Got you.
FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and then obviously for the last 4 years we ain't under him. We ain't competing.
You had in the Premier League in that as well. There's the Premier League.
I'm not adding. No. That's what I'm saying. And then under the last 4 years, barring this year, this is our only year we've really competed for the Premier League. What I get that if that's any other manager in the road right now, that hasn't just come into the game, by the way. I'm not talking like your Chavis or your Alonsos, yeah, because they've just come into the game as well. So you got to give them time as well. But like any other manager who's got any more than 4, 5, 6 years experience as managing, yeah, I'd understand in the sense where, especially if they've been at another club and been successful at another club, I'd understand where your criticism is now coming from, in a sense where, yeah, you're right. Like, he's been here, this and such, this and that. He should have done something by now, and he hasn't done that yet. He's gone. But this ain't that situation. We've got a manager where, when he came into the club, he had no experience whatsoever. None whatsoever. So for the fact that, like I said, this season alone in the Premier League, all right, fair enough, in Europa League and obviously in your domestics, he ain't done too well, barring that one FA Cup at the start. You cannot tell me he does not deserve at least one more season going into next season to see if he can prove us right or prove us wrong. And when I say us, I mean the guys who were never on the Arteta bandwagon, and like, you know, the ones that were a lot like me, you know, had to stick your hands up and say, you know what, maybe I got it wrong. He seems like he's done something to this squad, because he has. End of the day, he's done something, because this is the first time, whether you like it or not, whether it was Arteta, Emery, or Arsene Wenger, this is the first title charge we've had in 18 years. Yes, we've bottled it. It is what it is. We've bottled it. But the first title charge in 18 years with a squad of only 3 of them have been in title races. Like I'm not being funny. I'm still in shock that we're so fucking we're still there. Like what it's still surprised. Like my brain's blown out when I see the table and I'm like, how are we there? Like, and it's not even like City are like 30 points clear or 10 points clear or 15 points clear. They're like barring a game in hand, they're a point clear. So if they win that game in hand, they're only 4 points clear. If you would have told me Arsenal would lose the league to City within a 4-point gap at the start of the season, I would have legit laughed at you. Because no one would have fucking believed it. Because you wouldn't have believed it. You would have laughed at yourself by saying it. You would not have believed it. You would have said, what, Arsenal being the only title challengers in this year after the season they've just had after flopping top 4, and it's not even like City blew them out of the park. They were title. They were top of the league for 90 whatever it is 5% of the league, and fair enough they blew it at the end, but only by a small margin, not like a big margin, just a small margin, a smaller margin than anyone else would have thought, especially fucking me. So personally, on that, I would give him an extra season. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we fucked up in the cups, but this is your one season to now redeem it, because you've shown us in the Premier League that these players have upped their levels. Let's be taken as a serious team again. The levels have been upped, and that's it. By the end of the next season, I've already said it once and I'll say it again. By the end of the next season, we're gonna find out one of 2 things. This is what I truly believe. Either Arteta, the only way Arteta ends up staying on for the season after that, there's only 2 other ways for me.
I've been listening, man. Get it off your chest. I just had some Wi-Fi problems. Carry on, fam. Get it off your chest, man. You know what I'm saying? This is therapy out. We here. We listening.
No, it's not even therapy. Like, I've already said it before. Like, the only way for me personally for Arteta to survive next season, where I won't be looking at the Cronkies if they do their job right, is either he wins the 2 domestics. Now, I'm not saying it's good enough winning the 2 domestics, but if he wins the 2 domestics, the Carabao and the FA, that will save him, in my opinion. Regardless of where we finish in the league, I reckon that might save him. And then even in that, I'll be looking at the Cronkies, because if we finish outside top 4, then I'll be like, yo, I don't even care if it's 2 trophies. Like, how we dipped from so much from last season, in this season right now. It's either we're gonna either do that or a Premier League or the impossible challenge for Arsenal, a Champions League. If we don't win any of that, for me personally, I don't even care where we finish in the league, because barring top, obviously, even if we finish second again, I genuinely believe Arteta should be. That's when I'll be like, all right, Arteta needs to be sacked. He needs to be gone. He's tried 5 years now. It's not worked, but he's got us to another level where maybe if we get the right manager in, he can actually take us to the level Arteta was trying to. But he's got more experience. He's got a better CV, and yeah. Because I've always said it. I actually truly believe in 20, 30 years' time, and you look back on it, and you look at the managers, I truly believe Arteta will be considered one of I'm not saying the GOAT, but I'm saying one of the greatest managers of all time. I just don't think it'll be at Arsenal. And I said that when he first came in.
Yeah, you said it was too early. Like where
It
he's
was
at
too
now,
early.
he
I
need to
think
go
he
and
will
learn
be
elsewhere.
a successful
Yeah.
manager, just not at Arsenal.
That's fair because he's proven he has some form of skill. You know what I'm saying? So there's skill there to do
When
what
Pep
he's done at
Guardiola,
Arsenal.
I know Pep Guardiola trolls a lot, but
Yeah.
when Pep Klopp and all these experienced managers are coming out saying there's something special about Arteta, there's a monster in Arteta,
Yeah.
that's a compliment in itself. Like,
First.
there's something there. It's just I don't think Arsenal's the right team for him to be. Like, if he was to go City, I reckon he does a lot more. And I'm not saying he goes to City. I'm just saying if he was to go City, I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't say on the same level as Pep. Maybe, I don't know. With the spending power that he would have, maybe, I don't know. But he would be. City would still be title challengers. I reckon he would be more successful at City than what he would ever be at Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's if he was ever to go City. But I'm just using City as an example. Just like say if he was to go Real Madrid, I reckon he'd be more successful at Real Madrid than what he would be at Arsenal, or Barcelona than at Arsenal.
All right, first Sports Genius says, and you lot, hey, I'm back and open. I was listening while Cancam. I don't know why my router has decided to start playing up, but here we are. I'm back. Hit the like button, man. Let's bump up the like. Still over 40 of you lot in the
It's
building.
totally fair for my lateness then.
Yeah, let's get up to 40
Why
likes,
better saying,
people.
don't worry, Flawless. This guy's late, yeah. Watch, I'll give you a little 5 minutes. Cut.
Facts, yo, you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to play up for no reason whatsoever. Still too short of the subscriber mark, people. We're at 6,418. Get us up to 6,420. Sports Genius says, who do you think would challenge City next year? United, Arsenal, or Liverpool? Would there be a race next year? Do I think there's a race next year? Yes. But Sports Genius, this question is so dependent on the transfer window for those three clubs. What United, Arsenal, and Liverpool all do in the window. What Manchester United do in the window determines where I think we should be. My expectations are going to move up and down in regards to where Manchester United should be league-wise, what we should be doing in the cup competitions, depending on the window, depending on where I personally grade the window, whether we have a great window, good window, average window, or a shocking
And
window.
you still got the whole
talking about the takeover
looming over you.
right.
Like, do you know what? I've always said it, yeah. Do you know what? And this isn't me just being banterous. I do think United will get sold. I do think United will get sold, but I'm there's still something in me saying this is a hoax. Like, this is just for I wouldn't be shocked one day if they just said, you know what, we're not selling. Like, it just wouldn't shock me, bro. Like, I think it's gone a bit too far. I think where the process is where they are now, I think it's too far in to be like, do you know what, let's pull the plug, let's just keep United. I still think they'll be sold, but they're dragging it, bro. They are dragging it out, bro. And the funny thing is, yeah, they're smart, because the longer they drag it out and the longer it's in the news and all that, stocks are going up. They're making that money, bro. Either way, bro. So
we broke, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see in regards to the
broke.
takeover.
They're not. You're broke. You know what I mean? United are broke.
Yeah,
but
where
the Glazers are not broke.
Yeah, obviously they're not broke, like personally, but
You know what
where
I mean? Like, it's like they could legit be rich, like United. Like, they can make United rich, but they choose not to, bro. They just choose United to use as a pawn, bro.
Yeah, they crooks.
You know what I mean? And that's PAWN for any of you clowns that are trying to.
This guy a joke, man. You know, yo, Warrior J says to this guy, Cam's question: did you see any flops in your team this season? Flawless answered this. He said he didn't see any flops from United this season. The only person I would say, did he flop? Probably Sancho. Actually, I was expecting more from Sancho, so I'd say Sancho. Actually, to answer your question, but at the start of the season, is there any players right now who you was expecting more from and they've not delivered?
The only thing, I wouldn't say flop. I'll just be more of a disappointment. But I'm not surprised. But I just really hoped he would do more. And it's the only thing was Jesus and goal scoring. That was
More
it.
goal. So you just wanted more goals from Jesus.
Just a few more goals from
Mhm.
Jesus. I know. I mean, obviously he had the injury and all that, but even then, before the injury and even after the injury, when he's come back, he's had opportunities to score and he's not. Do you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I mean, that's my only disappointment from him. Barring that, I mean, he's brought something different to this. Like I know I was talking about Zinchenko, so this guy's brought something. Like this guy's aura, you could tell. Like it's not even like you can tell from day one when Jesus played for Arsenal, first put an Arsenal shirt on
Mhm.
in the Premier League. I'm not even talking about even in pre-season. In the Premier League, there was something different to Arsenal because of this guy. The energy
Mhm.
this guy brought to Arsenal to the Arsenal team,
Mhm.
especially to Martinelli and Saka. It was different,
Yes.
but like I said, my only disappointment with him was it just hasn't scored enough goals. Barring that, I've been quite pleased with him. I've actually been quite impressed with him all season. Um, Flop.
Yeah, I like how you answered that in terms of saying flops too harsh. You're like, yeah, I would say I put Sancho. I wouldn't say he flopped, but just more disappointing. But yeah, go on, carry on, fam.
Yeah. Um, I mean, flop. Uh, flop, flop, flop. Um,
It's a good question.
do
It
you know
is.
what? I wouldn't say flops, but I would say there's a couple players who could have had better periods in at a certain part of the seasons, and it's not all in
Mhm.
one bit. Like Saka, for instance, right now, last few
Mhm.
games, like the last 5, 6 games, 7 games, maybe he's
Mhm.
been. I know he's banged in, I think, 2 goals, and he's got an assist or two in that time period, I think. But taking the GA away, his overall gameplay when you're watching him has just been completely piss poor. And I don't
Mhm.
blame him, because I can be calling it from the start of the season. Like we're not to start from around January. We
Mhm.
need to start resting Saka because not only people are like, yeah, but people are forgetting. Like, fair enough. I know since what March we've been playing 1 week, one game a week. But I was saying it in that time period where we were playing 2 games a week. We need to rest this guy, otherwise in the latter stages of the season, do not be shocked when he ends up falling off and he doesn't really do much. The
I'd say
burnout,
that.
and this is what we're exactly seeing. So he's having a little flop. Actually, it's not even a flop. He's just having a disappointing spell right now.
Mhm.
Like number 5, sort of the same
Mhm.
right now. Like you saw the difference between in the last 3 games of Jorginho when it was in the last 2 games with Jorginho on the pitch.
True say, Jorginho did make a difference in particular against Newcastle. In
But he made
particular.
a major difference. Like he made a
Mhm.
massive, massive difference. Right? Do you
Mhm.
know what? Big up Lewis. Look, big up Lewis in it all day, every day.
Yeah.
But like I've seen Chelsea fans get onto him about Jorginho, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, you lot are clowns, because I swear this was the only Chelsea fan that was
One of the very few. Lewis was definitely, and he
one of
took a
the
lot of stick.
the
Yeah,
very few
100%.
Chelsea fans that were pissed
Mhm.
that
I could see why.
Jorginho
I
let.
could see why.
And
Like
now you see
Jorginho.
why. You can
Yeah,
see
of
why. I mean,
course.
look at the experience he brought, especially against Newcastle.
Yeah, Jorginho.
Like,
The
don't
thing
get me
is with
why, I
Jorginho, he's a
understand.
good player. Fam. He is a.
He's a
Is he the
decent
best
player.
of
I
the
mean, I
best?
was wrong.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
good.
I know I judged him
Mm.
when we signed him, but my only problem was like we was in the race to sign 2 other players, and then we
Yeah, it
settled
makes
for
sense.
Jorginho.
Yeah. I understand that. That makes sense because the players you were chasing were improvements on Jorginho. So I get why you was
Yeah, that's
not
what I'm
happy with
saying.
that.
So I was
Yeah, that
pissed
makes
off.
sense.
But look, at the end of the day, a couple players like even Martinelli, midway through he was struggling.
Mm.
And then I kept saying rest him, and he actually got like a one was it 1.5, 2 game rest? And then he came back. Now look what he's doing, bro. He's been banging in goals for fun, bro. So I mean, I wouldn't say there's been a flop. I mean, unless you want to put Holding there, but everyone knew about Holding.
Yes, you can't call him a flop if the
Can't
expectations
really
for
call
him
him.
were
Yeah,
low.
that's what I'm saying. You can't call him a flop if you already knew. Like everyone knew about Holding. Like didn't really see a lot of Holding stands saying, "Oh no, Holding." I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the whole Holdini banter was going about, but
That's
reality
trash.
is we all knew how. And I'm not even saying Holding's an actual bad defender. He's just not up to the quality of Arsenal Football Club if we're considering Arsenal Football Club to be a top club. He's
Nah, that
just
makes
not that
sense.
quality.
Yeah, he's
He's
not
like,
of that
and this
quality.
is no disrespect.
Of course not.
I think he can play in the Premier League, but he's like one of them players where he would thrive in like a Palace or and it's not me dissing him in any way, but
No, you're just
he
saying
would thrive in them.
you're saying he's a Premier League level player, just not at the highest level. Well, you're saying he can
Yeah,
play in the Premier League,
but
which
he
I
can
do,
play in the
which
Premier
yeah,
League. I mean, on
which
his
I hear you.
day, don't get me wrong. On his day, I mean, it doesn't have him a lot, but on his day, he can be a very good defender.
Yeah.
But it's just if he has his day, like
First,
he does have
before
his
you
days every
continue
now and
though,
then. But
big up
like I
to Ed
said,
as
like it's
well.
not. I
One
won't
sec,
even say
Cam,
there's been
before
a
you
flop, to
continue,
be honest.
before you carry on.
So
Big up to Ed as well, says big up family. Peter G. Large up everyone that is locked in. For those that haven't seen the show before, it is the Manchester United Arsenal show. So please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United or Arsenal related. You may have an Arsenal question for me. You may have a Manchester United question for Camps. It might be about both clubs. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Just please keep it on those two clubs as well. Dan, this is a question for you. He says, big up Camps. Would you take Neto now? Can't lie, he's been average since his return from injury, but I see Arsenal have been linked with him many times. Would you take Neto? Are you against it? You with it? What are you saying?
I'm trying to think. Like I mean, he wouldn't. I mean, I would. He wouldn't be my first choice, but
Okay.
like I said, he's been very average since his return. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'd have to see how it goes for next season because yeah, for now. Probably not for now. Probably not just for now. Only because you're right on that. Like since his return from injury, he's been
Yeah, because Dan will know
very
because he's
bang
a Wolves
average.
fan,
Like
so he'll know about his poor form.
yeah, so yeah, no.
He'll know. He'll know about his poor form.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't for now.
First, Warrior J says, comes in flawless. Compared from last season and this season, which player you saw from your team that has improved a lot massively? Easy for me. Wan-Bissaka. Without doubt. Wan-Bissaka. Can throw Luke Shaw in there in terms of improvement, but yeah, definitely without doubt, Wan-Bissaka. Because he was like gone. What are you saying? Who's
Go.
improved for you? Like, who you saying?
I'm gonna say there's couples still. Ben White,
Okay.
Gabriel, Martinelli, Xhaka, which is a big shock for me as well. Odegaard, but Odegaard always had the quality. It was just getting him consistent.
Yeah.
So whether he's improved Odegaard or not, I don't know. I think it's just made him more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'll put Odegaard in there for him and Saka as well.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Should I just say Saka? I don't know. I mean, there's a few players he's improved a lot because it's barring what 2, 3 players. It's basically the same squad as last season with the addition of obviously Zinchenko, Jesus, Saliba. Yeah. So
Well placed for you, look. No, that's fair. Yeah, Jez said it there, man. Inverted wingback Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, it's crazy. Can't believe I'm seeing it and it works. Wan-Bissaka inverting. Crazy. Oh, yeah, Jack, I can't forget Rashford. He's improved a lot this season, too. Yes, Rashford as well. Ed says, Cam thoughts on potentially bringing in Wilf to challenge. So that's Wilfred Zaha, for those that don't know, to challenge Martinelli for a left wing. Can utilize them? Can utilize Trossard more centrally or even on the right to give Starboy a rest next season? Yeah, it's a good question again, Ed. Good question. What's your thoughts on that? Bringing in Zaha, you for it? You against it? What are you saying?
I mean, because it's obviously for free, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know, man. I mean, it does. Do you know what I mean, I think right now, yeah, with the fact that we know Jesus can't be our number 9 going forward, but I think we need a striker more than a winger. Because I generally think that if we bring a striker in, that actually relieves the pressure of Saka then. Because I generally think Trossard plays a lot better. For me, Trossard plays a lot better on the left than he does on the right.
Okay.
So from him covering Martinelli, that's not a problem. I reckon we could use Jesus to be the Saka cover, or
Because
vice
Jesus
versa.
can play from the right. It's true. He can play from the right.
Do you know
He's
what I mean?
capable.
I've seen him play from the right. He's
Yeah.
bang from the right, bro.
He's done it for
But
City. He's played from the right.
I don't think right now we actually need another. I mean, it would be nice to add an additional winger anyway, for the sake of it. But we still got, like I said, we still got what we doing with Smith Rowe?
Is he not a 10?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he's doing with him. He's going to be playing him as a winger. He's going to be playing him as a 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we still got that to decide. Is he even staying? That is. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed if we signed Zaha.
Yeah,
Maybe on like a
because
little 2-year
Ed
deal.
makes the
I mean,
point
like I
there.
said, yeah, but
He's
we
played false
need a
9 before
striker
as
more
well.
than a winger.
Yeah, but the thing is about Wilfred Zaha, he can play centrally.
I know he can, but it's just like I'd rather an actual proven out and out striker than a inverted winger sort of thing, like as a striker, because that's what we're playing this season.
Nah, exactly what you're saying. Peter G says, Cam, do you think Leach choosing Arsenal over United would have given you the extra push to win the title this season? So if you would have signed Sandro Martinez, do you think it makes a difference?
Maybe. Do you know what? Maybe. There's a couple factors that play into that. Like maybe if we had signed him, it all depends on who was getting dropped. Who was going to start, or was he going to be the bench player? Because he looked like it would have been one of the marquee signings, but the way Saliba and Gabriel's played this season,
would he have played over Gabriel would have been the question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if fans did want him to play over Gabriel or not, would Arteta have played him over Gabriel? Gabriel's played every single game this season, and it's not like he's had a shit season. Yeah, he's had his little mistakes, but
he's had a good season.
He's been solid throughout the season. He's been quite solid for us throughout the season. And then his partnership with Saliba, especially with Saliba, like now we understood why he had a little before he actually was confirmed injured and stopped playing. Now I understand why he had his little dip in form, because he was injured. But a fully fit Saliba is like a Rolls Royce, bruv. So maybe if, like I said, if Martinez was the bench player, he would have bought obviously a lot more experience than fucking Holding. Don't get me wrong, but would his heart be in it? Because it's like right near the end of the season. Now I'm only getting game time because of a player being injured. So you bought me. I
think it's a question of heart. Yeah, I think it's just.
I'm saying you signed me for
more
this.
Quality.
You signed me for that. Like I said, if we signed him, would we have beaten Liverpool? I don't know. If we signed him, would we have beaten West Ham? Probably. if we signed him, we'd be beating Southampton. Maybe, I don't know. Like probably, I'd lean 60-40 towards probably more. Yeah, maybe. Only because I'd rather him than Holding all day of the week.
Oh yeah, of course. But man is saying in the chat as well that he was seen as a left back. You know, like Arsenal weren't looking at him
Well,
as a
yeah, that
centre
was
back.
the thing. He
He
was
was
seen
seen
as
as
a
a
left
left
back,
back
but
to
that's what
compete
the
with
thing.
Tierney, which he could have done a good job for. He's definitely good enough to play left back, without a doubt.
That was I mean, he could have, but he's proved that he can be he should be a centre back.
I don't want to see him play left back for
Especially
my
with
team, even
United,
though
he's
centre back.
like,
Yeah, definitely.
do you know what I mean? Like, would you want to see him at left back next season?
No,
No, you want
I
to
want
see
us
him
to go
as a centre back because
facts.
he's
He's been,
bossed it.
yeah. I want us to go sign a left back. That's what I want us to do. Go sign him.
So yeah, like I don't know, man. Like, because obviously, if we had signed him, would we have signed Zinchenko? Is obviously another question.
No,
But
maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see what else you lot, because you lot good questions. I'm starring the better questions. Don't worry about it. Big up to Jez. Says, oh yeah, forgot this. What's your thoughts on Arsenal interested in Guehi for 50 million, who is, I believe, the Crystal Palace centre back. Correct me if I'm
I'll
wrong,
take
please,
him.
Jez, or someone in the chat. You
I'll
take him, okay?
take him, bro. He's English, isn't it?
Yeah, so he would help with the English quarter. Yes. That's right.
It's not even that. I'm just thinking he's that English. He's like what 20. He's young as well, isn't he? He's quite young, isn't he? But he looks good, man. I'll definitely take him. 100%, I'll take him.
Okay.
Only because I feel like he might have something in him, in a sense where he does look like a quality defender. But like I said, obviously he's still got a lot of growing up to do, and
Yeah, he's still got a lot to learn. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got a lot to learn. I'll take him. Definitely for a backup as well. 100%. Oh my god, I'll take him over Holding any day.
For you're looking at improvements.
Him and like I wouldn't even like him. Who's our other centre back we've got right now? That Kiwaga. I mean, even that Kiwaga has shocked me though.
Yeah, he's played well since you lot started playing him. Yeah, he's played
like
well.
The only reason why I was a bit concerned about him because the 1 or 2 games he played before, he was shockingly bad. Like he was so shit. Like, yo, don't play this guy, bro. Because you could tell he was just scared, bro, and the inexperience was mad. But he's played quite well, like. Yeah, but I'll take Guay. That's how you say it. Is it Guay?
Guehi. I think it's Guehi. Is how I pronounce his name. I think it is. But yeah, just big up for that. RSV says, Flawless, what striker would you take, and who do you think will help us challenge for the major honors? I don't think any striker by himself is going to help us fight for major honors because we still need more. But yeah, Ivan Toney, I've said this. Obviously, it's the ban dependent because we don't know what's going on with that investigation and everything else. But Ivan Toney, without doubt, has everything you need in regards to being a top striker in today's age. And I think, obviously, him alongside other signings, he could lead the line. So, yeah, I'm fully with Ivan Toney. That's who I want to see. Flawless also, if Manchester United had a proper sporting director in the first place, we would have not signed players from the Dutch league. Like Klopp wanted Brandt and Götze, but Edwards wanted Salah and Mane. That's why it's a mix. Like, the signings so far from the Dutch league have worked. So we have to say, yeah, credit to Ten Hag, but do we need a proper sporting director? Absolutely. But I'm all about the signings working. If the signings are working, that's all that matters. We signed Anthony, we signed Malacia. They're 2 in particular. I have no issues with those 2 signings. Casemiro, obviously, everyone knows about Casemiro. Ericsson, he had worked with before, but Ericsson is actually originally from the Ajax Academy. So I have no issues with where the players are and what nationality the players are. Are you good enough? That's all I care about. Are you good enough? I don't care if we go get every single player next summer from the Dutch league. I will be like, are you good? That's what it is. I trust Ten Hag in regards because he's signing so far this season. I have no issue with. So I trust him. Go on, fam. What are you saying?
But I was just saying, I'll take Tomori as well.
You take Tomori first?
If I make him, I know they got peppered yesterday, but
yeah, it wasn't just him, but yeah, they did. It wasn't just him.
That was the whole team.
Yeah. AC Milan was so bad. So bad. I was watching that like, oh my God. So bad, fam. So bad. was so bad. Knackered people. Flawless, apart from Ahmed, any of the boys out on loan you want to see get a chance in the squad next season? Ed, who else is out on loan? Only one I actually know of is Ahmed Diallo. What other youngsters are out on loan? I know, is it Hannibal who's at, I think he's at Birmingham. Is that Birmingham?
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
think he's at Birmingham.
Hannibal looks
I've not
like
watched
he
him, so I
could
can't
be
even
a
comment.
good future star for United.
Yeah.
He's got the potential in him. Problem is with these youths nowadays, the potential in half of these youths are so great. Like you think, oh my god, we've got the new Cristiano Ronaldo, or we got the next Lionel Messi, or we got the new whatever, and then time they hit 24, 25, they just end up being bang average players, bro.
Yeah, because they get overhyped and all them things there.
Yeah,
Hannibal, I don't know.
so
I've not watched. I don't think I've watched him. I think I've seen him once in a competitive match, but I can't even comment on him. And I don't even know who else we've got out on loan. Diallo, I'm convinced by, but I like Diallo when he was here. So Diallo, 110% outside. I mean, I want to see in the lineup. Definitely Diallo. But you lot, over 55 of you lot in the building. Continue to bump up the likes. We're at 44 likes. Continue to hit the subscribe button as well. We're currently still at, have we had any new subscribers? I think we've had at least one, but we're aiming for 6,420 people. Looking for 6,000 we're at 6,418. We're only looking for 2 new subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. Only 2 new subscribers, and we're only looking for 6 more likes. Get us up to 50 likes, people. Ed says Hannibal, Alvaro's at Preston, Showtire at Bolton, Savage at Forest Green, to name a few. Like I said, I've not watched any of them to say. I know Alvaro Fernandez. I know he's a fullback. Shola Shortai has been in the squad before. Charlie Savage is Robbie Savage's son, but I can't really state anything
the
about
problem
it.
with United as well, you've got so much deadwood at the club right now.
Yeah.
It's more you can't even focus on the youth. You got to focus on getting all that deadwood out of your club.
Facts. That's exactly what we need to do. Exactly what we need to do. I heard that Phil Jones, I seen a tweet saying Phil Jones's contract's running out this season. That's what I heard. How true
Oh my
that is, I
god,
don't
he
know.
really did sign that death row contract. The
Yeah,
real
man, he
first
did,
death row
man.
contract. Right?
Shout out Phil Jones, man. Shout out Philip Anthony Jones. You know,
How has he gone the last 10 years playing like 5 games, bro?
Yo, because he's happy just training, and then bam, he's just been calm. And he played. No,
Training,
he played.
He doesn't even train, bro.
Nah,
He
not
probably
now,
goes
but
to the training ground and has a cup of tea
you
and
got
just chills with the manager.
But you gotta remember,
I know.
Mourinho played him, Van Gaal played him. If I remember correctly,
I'm not
Ollie
saying he
played him as
wasn't
well.
played. I'm just saying he just how he went. But for the price that you signed, I mean the contract that he signed as well.
Yeah.
Like the money that he was earning.
I don't know why
And he was barely playing.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Big up Fats says, hey Flawless, how you doing? I'm good, but I'm tired. I need to get coffee. He says Manchester United need to sign a striker ASAP. Kane would be the best option due to Premier League experience and hunger to break the record and win titles elsewhere. Here's what I'd say to that. I agree. United need to sign a striker ASAP. The reason why I don't think Kane is the best option is because of the profile. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a profile thing. I'm tired of non-athletic, no pace and power attacking players. It don't work anymore, people. I don't know why people can't see this. It doesn't work. And people are expecting, and Harry Kane's world-class, people. I think he's a top-quality footballer. But people are expecting Harry Kane to sign for Manchester United and be the difference at Manchester United when he's been at Tottenham Hotspur and never been the difference for them. Take that in, people. People are expecting him to sign to Manchester United where you're under more pressure, where you're under more scrutiny, where you're under more bright lights, under more of the spotlight. And the critique is much heavier. Much heavier. People are expecting him to, people are expecting him to be the difference maker at Manchester United. But he's not been the difference at Spurs. And that whole thing of, the players around him are not good enough, that don't wash at Manchester United. We ain't trying to hear that if you're signed for 120 million. Or 100 million.
Right.
And I've said this before, he gets away with murder at Spurs. Because when Spurs don't win, some people, not all, some people want to blame all the rest of the players and say, the players are not good enough, manager's not good enough, it's ingrained in Tottenham's DNA. Let Tottenham win a trophy. Who's getting the majority of the praise? Harry Kane. Let Tottenham next season win a Carabao Cup, a FA Cup, or Europa League. It's all hail Harry Kane. This is why Manchester United should have signed him.
Striker to ever do
all
it.
that stuff.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, all of you know the spiel, fam. But then when Tottenham don't win, it's because the team's bad, or it's because the manager's bad, and Daniel Levy
it's
and
never Harry
Arteta and all
Kane.
that. It's never him. Bear in mind, people, they got knocked out of the domestic cups this season by Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest. Let that happen at Manchester United next season. That can't run. That's not running at Manchester United. And he played in those games. So people can say, oh, you can't, it's not all on him. No, it's not all on him, but you're the best player on the pitch. Therefore, I hold you to the highest standard. And why has he never been the difference maker? I ain't saying win a major trophy at Spurs. I'm saying win a Carabao Cup. I'm saying win an FA Cup, the Conference League, the Europa League.
Their
one of
teams
those.
in the last,
And they've had good teams in the past. Let's not do that. People act like they haven't had good teams.
You know what it is? And their teams just in the last 5 years have been 10 times better than the team that was in 2008 that actually won in their last trophy.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
like you said, what man ain't got one trophy to. He's got all these goals, but not one trophy to his name.
One trophy,
like,
man.
How bad?
I'm not hearing it. And bear in mind, people, I think he's a world class
you know
player.
who he is? He is the. Oh, I can't think of his name. He's like basically the Spike Dudley of WWE.
I call him
You
Spike
know,
Dudley. Go on and land in it. I like Spike Dudley, man. I like Spike.
Yeah, I like Spike as well. I like Spike, but he was just without the Dudley boys. Who's Spike Dudley?
This guy, you're a joke, man. Hey, big up to my guy Ram as well, man.
Don't get wrong, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean. He's basically, he's just there, bro. Like, great. He's a great guy. Everyone likes him, but without the Dudley boys, we didn't last, did he?
Yeah. And big up my guy Ram every single time. Large up Ram. To Daniel S, who says Ivan Toney over Harry Kane for Harry in it. Again, but here you are jumping to conclusions. Harry Kane is a better player than Ivan Toney. Do not get him. Let me repeat that, people. Of course, Harry Kane is a better footballer and a better player than Ivan Toney. But guess what it is? It's about profiles, people. It's about what's the best fit for the team. That's why if you take the best 11 players in Europe and put them in a team, it wouldn't work because it's not about having the best individuals. It's about the best team because it's a team game.
You put Harry Kane in that team, you have to do a whole new sort of system.
He's just, like I said, so that's where it comes from. Profile people I'm talking about. Lack of pace and power, which Kane has none of. Can't interchange. Can't run in the behind. Can't run away from anybody. Not with it. It's an athlete's game now. Football, modern day football at the highest level in 2023, going on to 2024 as well, is an athlete's game. It's pace and power. One thing all of the top attackers have, alongside skill, and whether that's finishing, dribbling skill, or whatever it is, or great balance, or whatever it is, one thing they all have in common is pace and power. Look at all the top players in Europe, in particular in the Premier League. Look at them all. If we were to do who's been the best right winger in the Premier League this season, it's been Salah or Saka. Both pace and power. Best striker, Haaland, pace and power. Best left winger, you argue Rashford, pace and power. If we go abroad, who's all the best wingers? Mbappe, pace and power. Vinicius Jr., pace and power. The guy I can't pronounce his name at Napoli, him. I can never, it begins with K. You don't know what I'm talking about. Pace and power. You know what I'm saying? Osherman, pace and power. Like the list goes on.
There's that other guy as well, isn't it? Liao as well.
Pace and power. Yeah, Liao at AC Milan. The list goes on. All the top attackers have it in common. Is there exceptions to the rule? Yes, a Benzema, who's the last of a dying breed and one of the greatest strikers we've ever seen. Mahrez at City, one of the best wingers we've seen in the Premier League ever. But other than that, who else is there? Who else is there? Let me know, people. We look at all the best, whether it was Liverpool when they was at their best with Salah and Mane, pace and power. This goes on and on and on and on.
It's true.
Yeah, let's see. It does. Ed says, if we don't get De Jong again, thoughts on someone like Ruben Neves in that ball playing 6 to 8 role. I like Ruben Neves. We just need improvements there. Just need improvements. And Ed, yeah, you're saying it here. Facts flawless. Did Pogba get to blame McFred or Darmian or Young, etc. around him for not taking the club back to the top? No, he was scrutinized because he was seen as the best player. Whether you think that was right or wrong. And Kane is just not it to me. He don't, and you know what? I go one further, people. I've been saying this. I don't think he leaves Spurs. I think he stays there. I think it's a safety net. Because anytime he fails to win something, it's always, you can blame Spurs. Whereas if he moves to a Manchester United and he doesn't win anything, it's on you. Especially a team that has now won a trophy. So we've won a Carabao Cup. So if he gets here and we don't win anything, and we say we finished 4th this season and we finish 5th next season, I'm looking at you. You cost X amount. You're one of the best players in the team. You're our best attacking player in the team. Therefore, you shoulder the majority of the
How
responsibility.
have we not won a trophy with you?
Yeah, how have we not? But that's how I look at Spurs. And I'm not looking at just this Spurs side now, people. Previous Spurs sides that have been good. People forget this man was in a title race. Yeah, Emma says Kane is a media darling. Never put a foot wrong in their eyes. He will get scrutinized at United and will buckle under the pressure, I'm sure. I don't know about all that because people do question his mentality. I don't know about that, but I hear your point, though, Emma. I hear your point. It's a fair assessment. Big up, man. Just see you, man. Large up, large up. Hey, Kaneki, Weghorst done more in the final than Kane. We've seen Weghorst make a difference in that Carabao Cup final. And he's nowhere near Kane's level. Nowhere near. Hey, you lot continue to get your questions in
Oh
as well.
my god, he's like you might as well just. But I don't even like. I don't even really watch United play football. But even when I do, I see him play, he frustrates. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, he's just not that good for him. He's not that good.
My god, like I'm sure there must have been someone better than Weghorst out there just to get on alone.
No, we broke fam. You know this. He ain't got no money. Tafadzu's asking about Gonzalo Ramos. I've not watched him play like that. I only see him in the World Cup. But yeah, what's your thoughts on your next game? Brighton at home. Confident, not confident? Talk to us, fam.
Do you know what? Yeah. I think we're gonna start a similar squad that we did against Newcastle. Probably the same squad, maybe. I mean, personally, I'd drop. We need to drop Saka. Do you know what? Personally, I think we should just drop Saka for the rest of the season and let him just have that extended sort of break going into the summer, so he can come back fresh for next season. I mean, I'd play Trossard over Saka right now. This guy, like I said, he's just burnt out to me. And it's not me criticizing him. Like, I genuinely think he just needs a rest. He just needs a rest. And if we don't rest him soon, I just don't want him to burn out. And then by the age of 24, he goes on a Dele Alli bar. That's my only concern. But yeah, man.
First, to Daniel, let's just go on. Yes, score prediction. Yeah, go on. We should score line prediction.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be the same. If it's not the same lineup, it'll be 1 or 2 changes from the Newcastle game.
Would you make any changes to the lineup though? What's your lineup? What level would you go?
My lineup. I mean, I'd play.
Yeah, go from the goalkeeper right through. You know what I'm saying? Goalkeeper, fullback, centre backs, etc.
Ramsdale. Tierney, Gabriel, Kawhi, White, Jorginho, Xhaka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus, Trossard.
Okay, that's good. And you think that team gets a result?
Against Brighton, yeah.
Okay, first.
I think that team's good enough to get a result against Brighton.
Yes. So prediction for that game?
I'm gonna say Arsenal win.
Okay. Title charge still on, man. Let's go.
Come on. It's not over yet.
Oh, man,
it's not over, guys.
Man.
You don't know, bro. What City gonna crumble? They're gonna crumble under the pressure, bro. Telling you, fam. They've never been in this position before. I should say they've never been in this position before with Arsenal.
Yeah, man. The goodness.
It's Liverpool. It is what it is.
So prediction, fam. Game scoreline.
I'm going to say 2-0.
Okay, 2-0 Arsenal. All right. First, to Daniel Leslie says Ruben Neves and Tielemans in regards to United. Neves wouldn't be my first choice. I like Tielemans too, but the lack of mobility and lack of athleticism is worrying. Next, I want someone just, again, it's an athlete's game, man. Bring me someone who's a little bit more athletic, someone who's a little bit more, has a little bit more, what's what I'm looking for, a better balance, quicker than them. Like a De Jong who is more mobile, like a Lavia, for example. So yeah. And Tillerman's the fact that he's been available for cheap.
As well. Would you take Joe Linton?
No.
You wouldn't take him. I don't know what it is about him.
No.
Maybe it's just my blindness because I just like the guy. I don't know what it is. Yeah, but I like his aggressiveness. I don't know what it is about him. Yeah.
Yes.
But I like his aggressiveness. Yeah, I think he would thrive at Arsenal. You know, he'd probably flop. I think he'll flop. He might flop, but it'll be a flop where it's like you tried. So we'll give you that. At least you tried. You came in and we know you wore your heart in your sleeve, innit? You flopped for us, tried, innit? We'll give you that. Get a medal for trying, innit? You tried.
Hey, try hard, as Eddie calls them.
You took part.
Yes. Warrior J says, Flawless, who would you drop for the Wolves game? I'm assuming one of them is Vegas. To drop them all for the fucking Wolves game. Who do I drop? Do you even start against West Ham to say you are drop? I don't know. Do I go Anthony Rashford, Bruno Martial? That'd probably be my front four. I'm not thrilled about that whatsoever. So I'd go with that would be, that'd be my front four because Garnacho's still not played and come back from injury. He's coming back from injury and still hasn't played yet. I'd give him like 20 minutes though. But yeah, that would be my front four. That's what it is. I'd go with that. That'd be the four. And then in terms of midfield, I'd still probably just go Casemiro and Eriksen behind Bruno. And then Shaw, Lindelof as centre-backs. Wan-Bissaka, Malacia as my full-backs. There we go. I suppose it has to be that. We ain't got options. Ain't got options like that, Warrior J. 2-0 Manchester United. Home record, I think we're good. We'll be fine. Yeah, that's why I'm still confident of finishing top four. Like, even when Troops was here earlier and he was like, yeah, are you still finishing top four? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Said there's more chance of us finishing top four.
You don't finish top four, yeah.
We'll finish top four.
Wait.
We'll finish top four.
Look. If you don't finish top four, I'm not saying it's a bigger bottle job than Arsenal.
Oh yeah, but it's definitely this. It's definitely like if someone says they bottled
it's up there, bro.
Yeah, I think that's giving them a way out when these players just are not good in terms of quality. But I hear your point. I won't defend one of them if we don't finish top four. Even if we finish top four, I'm still pissed. I'm just looking at the FA Cup at this point because we should have been playing in the Europa League semi-final yesterday. But that's a whole different conversation. Should still be in that fucking competition. Start taking liberties. Taking absolute liberties. See, how about Kovacic? Nah, I'm not with Kovacic. I rate him highly. He's just injury prone. That's why I'm not with it. I'm not with it whatsoever. I'm not at all. I'm not. Like, I talked to Chelsea fans about him. It's like, nah, he ain't it. Not in the slightest. Let's see if there's any other questions that I did miss. You lot continue to get your questions in. Please keep them on Arsenal or Manchester United related. Please, people, keep them Arsenal or Manchester United related. We have 49 likes, man. Hell's up to 50 likes. One more like, and we're still too short on the subscriber mark as well. So we're looking for 1 like to take us to 50. We're looking for 2 subscribers to take us to 6,420 people. Hit that subscribe button, man, before we close out. And we'll be live at 3 a.m. tonight, people. So just over an hour from now for the Nuggets, Suns Nuggets game 6. Phoenix Suns versus Denver Nuggets game 6. With the Nuggets looking to close out the series in Phoenix. Phoenix looking to take it to a game 7. And I'll be live on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, people. And then tomorrow, speaking of NBA, big game 6. LA Lakers versus Golden State Warriors. Lakers leading 3-2. So they're looking to close out the series in LA. Golden State looking to take it to a game 7. So you know that's going to be fire.
Golden State taking it to game 7, winning it in game 7.
I agree, yo.
Going to see some LA Lakers tears. What I should have said was we're going to see some LA Laker fans tears. Great to watch. I'm not even a basketball fan.
Just a serial hater, this guy. Yeah. What's your top 3 realistic? What's your top 3 realistic signings? Free signings this summer. Well, EPL turf. You really butchered that with the question, but we get the point. 3 realistic signings for my club. Maddison, Tony, and a goalkeeper. Who that goalkeeper is, I don't know, but a goalkeeper. That's my 3 realistic signings for this summer. My top 3. Ivan Toney, James Maddison, and a goalkeeper. And just because I want to, I'm throwing a midfielder in there. Right down the spine of the team that I've been talking about the entire time. Ivan Toney, James Maddison, central midfielder, upgrade on Ericsson, and a goalkeeper. What are you saying?
After hearing the price of Declan Rice, keep it. West Ham, just keep it. I'll take Casado, 100%.
You saying Casado? Who else? You're not with the Rice thing.
I am with the Rice thing, but for 120 mil.
But how much is Casado going to be?
All right, fair enough. 80 mil, but it's 40 mil less. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I thought Casado was more, but yeah, fair enough. If Casado's like 80 mil, that makes sense.
Casado.
Who else?
Probably Casado, Guay, I can't say his name.
Vadio.
No, Guay.
Oh, Guay,
yeah.
Guay.
I hate it, but
Nah, it's cool, man. I butcher names all the time, fam. Don't worry about it, man.
Sorry for butchering your name, but yeah, Guay.
Yeah.
And then again, for me, a striker. Whoever that striker is, I don't know. But yeah, striker, another striker.
First. Well, you got someone mentioned it before. You got Bellingham coming back. Would you sell him or would you keep him? You do have Bellingham coming back.
You know what
and he's done good over in France.
I know he's done good in the French league, but look, if you want to know the difference between the French league and the Premier League, is look at fucking Lacazette, bruv.
Like a blood closet. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. We should
look at his record before Arsenal in the French league. Oh, one of the best. Comes to Arsenal Premier League.
I think that's more.
Goes back to the French league in his first season. Once again, he's one of the best. There's a reason for that. So, I mean, Balogun, does he come back and do that in the Premier League? Hell no.
How do you know? Balogun could bang.
Oh my God. He kept Eddie over Balogun. Yeah, Balogun had the bigger praise. And Eddie just about was about able to do it.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I reckon, I'm not saying Balogun's a flop, but it will flop. But personally, he's not one I'm looking forward to going forward from next season. We can't use him as our main or backup strikers for next season. If you want to be serious title contenders.
True.
We need a proper striker, like a proper experienced striker.
First?
Hey, like a Vlahovic, and I'm only saying Vlahovic only because
you're just using him as an example.
But I'm just using him as an example. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. That makes sense.
So yeah, they're my 3 relatively. I think because, like I said, we bring in a striker that just covers the wing. Us buying another winger. We can just convert Jesus into the winger, and then if ends up being the striker getting injured, cool. Just put Jesus or start Eddie. And I'm not saying Eddie's good enough going forward, but
Dan says, big up to Dan Levin every single time. He says, do you guys reckon you can get Maddison in the summer? Because he is definitely leaving, but Newcastle feels like the best place for him. No, the best place for him is Manchester, mate. You know what I'm saying, Dan? Best place for him is Old Trafford. I've been talking for months now about wanting to see Maddison at Old Trafford, whether Leicester get relegated or not. I don't know if he is leaving. I need to talk to Neil and see if there's been any information on the Leicester side.
He ain't going to stay at Leicester if they get relegated. He'll 100% leave.
That's true. That guarantees him leaving. But then again, if he goes Newcastle, then it's like it's him, Bruno G, and then one over. and that would slightly change it
I'll
because he's
take
not really.
Bruno, bro. If
Because they know,
I'll take
yeah,
Bruno.
Bruno G is good, but they don't play a 10. They more play a 8. It's like two. Yeah, they don't really play. It's workman-like. Like you mentioned, your guy Joe Linton is more. It'll be Willock, Linton, Bruno G. It's more a 4-3-3 with a 6 and 2 8s. It's kind of like that. Rather than Maddison, don't really fit that. People, maybe I'm just reaching here because I want to see him at Old Trafford, but yeah, the best place for him, 110% is OT. Yo, him, Ivan Toney, do the thing. Like that's it. Like it's easy, and plus it fills the English quota as well. Plus, if Leicester do get relegated, which I think they will, that cheapens the price also. It makes it the deals much more easier to negotiate. But my club never do this. We probably won't sign him. I can't remember the last player I really wanted like this, and Manchester United went and signed. Trying to think. Yeah, there isn't.
Berbatov.
At the time, I didn't really like, even though I was happy we signed Berbatov, I wasn't like, go get me Berbatov. Like we signed good players, and I'm like, oh, that's a good signing. Like for instance, we signed Casemiro, excellent signing. But I wasn't like, go and get me Casemiro because I didn't think it was possible. You get what I'm saying? Whereas I've been talking here for months about Maddison, about Ivan Toney.
Back, bro.
Yeah, so
it's true. I remember when that. Do you know what it is? See, the problem Arsenal fans have, and I've been saying it for months now. We end up running with a strong transfer leak and running with it so hard to the fact where they end up doing comps and pictures, like photoshops of them in an Arsenal shirt and that, for us to then never sign them.
Yeah, man.
Madison was one of them for Arsenal. Jack Grealish was another one.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That looked like Photoshop though. That one. That looked like hella Photoshop. The Ivan Toney one.
But either way, like whether it's Photoshop or not, I'm just saying it's like we're notorious as a fan base to go and run with it like that to the point where we're confirmed. He's coming.
No, you're not the only fan base.
January
you got Liverpool
transfer window ends.
Hey,
he didn't come.
You're not the only fan base. Liverpool do that as well. Look at the Jude Bellingham thing.
Oh yeah, true.
The Jude thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jude is guaranteed, bro. He's guaranteed.
Trust me, bro. Also, she sauce. Trust me, bro. He's on his way.
Trust me, bro. The sauce Heinz.
Even Heinz is too good, man. Heinz is actually a good sauce.
Sorry. Audi's equivalent. Whatever Audi named their Heinz, bro. Hans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Absolute it's nonsense. It really is. Let's see what else you lot saying. Get your final few questions in. We're going to close out in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Fad says thoughts on Ugarte, flawless. Not watched him like that to even comment. Looks like a good profile though, but I can't really give you a fair assessment because I've only seen him when they played Arsenal. I've only seen him, and that was like bits and pieces in that second leg, or that quarterfinal, round of 16 in the Europa League. See what else you lot are saying.
But that was my real only upset of the season was getting knocked out to I was fuming.
That's rightfully so. Trust me, I know all about Europa League exit. Trust me, fully aware.
That was my one. That was the one cup I was always saying, do not get knocked out. Do not get knocked out of that cup, bro. Go and win that cup, bro. We have the best opportunity to go win that cup this year, and we go on. It is what it is.
Trust me. Where are you from? Yes, Warrior J. Ivan Toney does have that betting issue. However, we need more than one striker anyway. So go and sign him and go and sign 2 other strikers. Because we only have Martial, who can't stay fully fit and has good and hasn't been performing highly anyway. He's not been performing at a high level anyway. So go get 3 strikers. We need it. So yeah, go get Ivan Toney. Go get another striker and go get another 2 more anyway. But I don't think he'll get to. I think max will probably get like 6 months, which I'm like, all right, that might knock some money off the deal.
I think with United, obviously United have got a lot of work to do, bro.
Honestly. Absolutely, we got hella work to do, fam. You done, right?
You are you're just lucky you got a good manager.
Yeah, we got a competent manager, 100%.
Otherwise, you lot would have been screwed, bro.
Yeah, got a competent manager, man. You know what I'm saying? Over the moon about it. Over the moon. We got a competent manager. We out here.
I
You know
think
what
you
I'm
should
saying?
have Jose Mourinho, to be honest, but
Yeah. Oh, well and good, isn't it? Just keep playing Rob Holding, fam. You know what I'm saying?
just like Harry Maguire, then
Yeah. 100%, man. 100%. Keep Xhaka too, man. You know what I'm saying? Zinchenko at left
He'd
back.
be good for us. So I don't mind, doesn't it?
Yeah. Keep it, man. 100%. Don't sign Casado, man. Keep Xhaka. Don't need no
I'm using
Casado, no
Casado
Rice.
for number five's role, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Keep Xhaka there in the midfield with the armband, man. Keep Jesus up top. I'm with that, man.
I'm with all the Martial, Harry Maguire.
Yeah, you are in it. See, there's people, enemy of progress. You know what I'm saying? Enemy of progress and that. Hey, as long as we continue to keep
Bro.
lifting
I'm
trophies,
just
that's
saying,
all I'm
innit?
for. Yeah, we hear what you're saying. That just sounds an enemy of progress. You're a joke, man. But anything else you want to add, fam? We've not spoken about anything Arsenal related.
Trying to think. To be honest with you, I haven't, like I said, because I've been working so much now. I haven't really been keeping up to date with any of the news or anything.
You
Especially
missed
this
anything.
week.
Obviously, you had the 2-0 win at Newcastle. Other than that, we'd spoke. Yeah, because we spoke the week before that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I didn't really speak about the game, did I?
Yeah,
I mean,
if you want to talk
bar
about the
that,
game, if there's anything on the game you want to talk about, feel free.
like I said with the game, I mean, there's not really much to say. But do you know what? I saw a tweet and it made me laugh because I was thinking, do you know what? Yeah, last season just had everyone thinking that Newcastle was a fortress for us. But I just realized in the last 10 years, we've gone up there and won 7 times, bruv.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a good record like that there. That's impressive.
So we got a record like that and we were scared because of last season.
That's a good record.
Like, we just played Newcastle at their own game when they came to the Emirates. We just played it a lot better. I think I read we in total at the whole game we ran up a total of like 17 minutes wasting time.
Gotta be smart.
And look where it got us.
Yeah.
Got us that dub.
Yeah, man.
No other team barring Liverpool gone there and got a dub.
Yeah, I knew you'd go there and win. I said it. I predicted you lot to win that.
Yeah,
I said Arsenal win. You lot play better when the pressure.
I predict us to lose because I just thought.
You lot play better when the pressure's off.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not even that. I just thought because it was Newcastle away and like they've been playing like and where they hit form now, they hit form on time right at the end of the season. They went through that little patch in the middle of the season where they were drawing and
yeah. 100%. They did. Yeah. EPL Turf says, flawless. At what point would you raise question on Ten Hag's ability if you miss top 4 this season or next season? Now, definitely looking at him much more next season because he's 2 seasons in. You're now more accustomed to the league. You should have more of your players as well. It's very dependent on that. What happens in the window? How many players we sign? That's when because currently Ten Hag, I'm still assessing where I think he's at. And he's better than I thought he was initially. So now it's all right. Can you now kick on? So even if we miss out on top 4, I'll be disappointed. And I'll take some of the blames. Go on.
I was saying, I still remember that stream when we done at the start of the season and where we predicted both our teams to finish. And I remember even us saying it'll be our teams fighting out for 5th and 6th.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, 100%. I was looking at 5th and 6th without doubt. I was like 5th.
I was like, nah, we're finishing 5th. He was like, nah, we're finishing 5th. Innit? Like,
I thought we might finish above you lot. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's legit it. So yeah, EPL Turf, yeah, it'll be more next season when I'll be much more critical of Ten Hag and much more critical of the new signings. So because they've had 1 season to bed in. So for example, like Anthony and Malacia, that's when I'm like, all right, you lot got to step up now because you've been here a season. Would you risk going?
I even said it with Pep Guardiola when he first came to City. I'll be like, listen, don't worry about him this season. Don't look at the manager this season because even at the end of the season, like everyone's like, oh, they finished 3rd, was it 4th, whatever it was. What Pep Guardiola made shit. I said, just worry about him next season. Let him have 1 season to adjust and custom himself to the Premier League and what the Premier League like, and then worry about him next season.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And look what's happened now.
Yeah, for real. Would you risk going in for a Brazilian
He's legit made this league a farmers league. So
Oh, absolutely. Would you risk going in for a Brazilian prospect striker and hope that he could be the next wonder kid? Heard a player called Vitor Roque. Is that Victor? No, yeah. Victor. Is it Vitor? Vitor Roque was the next thing. I'm not sure. Never heard of him down level, but yes, I want a younger striker anyway. You know what I'm saying? I want a younger striker anyway. So go and sign a younger striker. That should be the profile we're going. Go get a senior striker who's in the age bracket of 24 to say anywhere from 24 to 30. You know what I'm saying? Even 31, and then go and sign a younger striker as well who's in the age bracket from anywhere from 18 to 23. Because we need backup. We need a bigger squad and a better squad. So yeah, I would risk going and signing a younger player. That's what I would say. Tavares V says flawless. Also, Pep was very stubborn and tactically naive during his first full season. He also received thrashings like Everton 4-0. Man City after spending 200 million quid in his first summer. I don't think Pep was tactically naive. He was just figuring out, one, about the Premier League, and two, that weren't his team. We've seen what happened. Once he got his squad, he did the business. That's why I'm waiting for Ten Hag. That's all top managers here. No manager who was successful here was successful without having his own team and the majority of the side his own players. So whether that's Wenger, whether that's Sir Alex Ferguson, whether that's Klopp, whether that's Pep, whether that's Mourinho, whoever's had success over any length of period of time, so I'm saying 3, 4, 5 seasons, like sustained success, it's been with their own players. Without doubt, it's been with their own players. And yeah, Emma's right. It was always going to be up and down season. So I wouldn't say, I just say Pep didn't have his players. That's all. And to Jack, you said Ten Hag needs to learn to rotate more if he wants to compete in all competitions. He had this problem at Ajax too, by the way. I disagree with that because we've competed in all competitions. We just need better players. I think people put too much stock on the rotation. Does it play its part? Yes. Has it played a major role? Do I think it's over exaggerated? Yes. We won the Carabao Cup. We're in the FA Cup final. We're still in the top 4, and we made it to the Europa League quarterfinal. So minus the Europa League quarterfinal, he's hit every single objective or overachieved. Won the Carabao Cup, people weren't expecting us to. We're in the FA Cup final, people weren't expecting us to. We're currently in the top 4, despite, we should be clear, this should be wrapped up because of how far we are. We are still ahead of schedule in terms of that. So minus the Europa League, he's done everything we asked, plus more. So no, I don't think it's a question of rotating. We need better players. And maybe he rotates more. And maybe if he don't rotate and then other players go into the first team, they're better than what we have. The squad's just not, the players just ain't good. Simple as that. Players are just not good. That's why I don't hear the rotation thing. I'm saying, I'm like, I really don't. I agree, Joseph. We should get rid of De Gea, without doubt. Yes.
Yeah, I understand why Murtaz is being so upset with this guy.
Yeah, I get it. I understand too. Obviously, Tarzan just got too much salt in his diet, but I understand why.
20-minute comp of a failed comp. So
yeah, that's
a
crazy.
20-minute failed comp. That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could upload a 20-minute video to Twitter. That's mad. That's a documentary, bro.
Short film and that.
That's a short film and that, bro. You could use that for that'll be up for an award, bro. Trust me. 20 minutes. That's bad, bro. That's mad. How did he let that goal go in? I don't know, bro.
Flawless, if you keep saying that managers come into any club without their players in the Prem, then how did Ancelotti win the Prem and Conte win the Prem for Chelsea during their first seasons? Because if you heard what I said, RSV, sustained success. Nobody has. You can do it one-off. Of course you can do it one-off. Bear in mind, they both had incredible teams. I'm saying they, but sustained.
You can say that about Tuchel as well. But
what was Conte? Well, that's Champions League as well. I'm talking more so Premier League in particular, not cup competition. So yes, what sustained success did Conte have? None. Ancelotti, I believe, won.
Second season, he dropped off and got sacked by
there we go. What I'm saying. Like, so he didn't have no. Yes, you can do it as a one-off, yes, but sustained, no. In terms of Ancelotti, let me have a look. I can't remember how many. I think he won 2 trophies. I think he won 2 Premier Leagues.
Didn't he do the double? Didn't he do the FA Cup?
He did the double. Yeah, I believe he did the double. Let me have a look here. Let me double check.
And on top of that, wasn't he only there for 6 months?
I can't remember. I'm gonna check now. I can't remember his time there. I can't remember his time. Hold up.
I might think of someone else. I might be thinking of someone else.
Let me have a look. Manager. Let's see. Manager. See, yeah, he was at Chelsea for 2 years. He joined in July 2009 and left in May. So my point, sustained success. He was there 2 years.
I was thinking of
Hiddink.
why I was thinking of
Did you thinking of Hiddink?
yeah.
Yeah. Was the Prem also not strong in terms of quality football, and was it not big comparatively when Ancelotti and Conte won with Chelsea? When Conte won with Chelsea, no, it wasn't. When Conte won the league with Chelsea, no, it wasn't. Ancelotti is a special manager. Plus, they had much better teams, RSV, than this current Manchester United side. If you give Ancelotti or Conte this current Manchester United side, is not winning a Premier League. One thing both of their sides has with incredible players. Eden Hazard, I believe, he definitely played in Conte's side, so he's one of the best players in the Premier League.
He didn't. He wasn't there when Ancelotti was there.
Not Ancelotti, but he was there
when
when Conte was there. Yeah, see, Drogba, one of the best strikers, point proven. Lampard, Terry, you had some of the best players in the Premier League ever. But
Cole
no,
was there as well. Ashley Cole.
Man. Ashley Cole, best left back ever. Period.
Left back in the Premier League.
Yeah. So we're saying 4 of the best ever, and there's probably more. I wish one of the Chelsea dons was in the chat because they'll know better than I do.
Was Makelele still there?
The guy who named the position after Makelele might have been. I'm not sure. He might have been there under Ancelotti. Maybe. I'm not 110% sure.
I'm not sure if he was or not.
I can't remember that. I can't remember.
Didn't.
Yes, and Jez, yes, it was Pep and Klopp's first season in Conte's Chelsea. Exactly, it was. I knew it. I'm saying, like, what are we doing here? So no, it's not the same thing. Expecting a manager to land with this Manchester United side and go, yeah, go win.
Oh my days, yeah, I just clocked that. I didn't clock that. When Chelsea won the league with Conte, that was Klopp and Pep's first full season with. Yeah.
I'm looking at it here. Tottenham finished. Tottenham finished second. Yeah, Tottenham finished second. What are we doing? Tottenham finished second.
Yeah, no wonder they won the fucking league.
And then once it got it right, Chelsea didn't do nothing.
I never clocked that, bro. Oh, I'm so stupid, bro. Conte definitely got overhyped, bro.
Of course.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, I just realized that. Oh my lord.
Yeah, right.
And
that's why I said, in particular, people sustained success. Neither Conte or Ancelotti had sustained success. Any manager who has sustained success in the Premier League, and when I say sustained success, I'm saying 2, 3 or more Premier League titles, has their own team. Ancelotti or Conte had their own team. Ancelotti has 1 Premier League title. Antonio Conte has 1 Premier League title. Bear in mind, Conte only stayed for 2 seasons. Not Conte. Ancelotti only stayed for 2 seasons. Conte, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure how long he was at Chelsea.
I remember Conte got sacked halfway through the second season.
Was it halfway through this? Did he only last 2 years? Or a year and a half?
I think he lasted 2 years.
I'm actually going to check that. Let me check. I remember we fell out with.
They won the league, and then that next season, they were like 10th place. They were having a similar season to this season.
Let me have a look. I'm gonna have a look right now. Hold up. So, manager. Now he's at Chelsea 2 years, 2016 to 2018.
Yeah, he got sacked halfway through that 2017-2018 season.
Oh, was it halfway? Mazza.
I'm sure it was.
Nah, it was 2 years because he would have played. It would have been 2016, 2017. Oh, you're right. And then he would have got sacked at the end of the second season. Jesus. Mazza. I didn't realize his stint was so short.
I'm sure
2 years.
I'm sure it was like midway through the season of that season. I'm sure it was.
No, I'm looking here. It wasn't. It was July. It was summer of 2018.
Oh no, it was Mourinho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was Mourinho's season I'm thinking of.
Well,
it was Mourinho's second season I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it was summer. And yeah, would you call Klopp a sustained success? Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
Oh
PPL.
my
No, I
God.
wouldn't. Klopp isn't sustained success. No, he's not.
No,
He's
he's
not
not because he's
continuous
only won
success.
one
Yeah,
EPL.
yeah, yeah. But back to my original point I was making is any manager who's had sustained success in the Premier League has his own team. There isn't one that hasn't. You know what I'm saying Conte won one
Even that
Premier
Klopp
League.
team that won the Premier League, he had his own team by
Yeah,
then.
that was
He was
definitely
only
his own
5
team.
years
Yeah,
in.
facts. We've seen Klopp win one league title, Ranieri won one league title, Ancelotti won one league title, Conte won one league title as well. And Jez is going, what's the score, Jez? You know what I'm saying? Instead of calling Tatum booty, yo, that's wild, that. You know what I'm saying? You crazy, that. Yo, Jez, that's a mad pause. But I'm guessing the 7-6ers are beating the Celtics. I'm guessing.
Yeah, no. I've just realised it's the Jose Mourinho season I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
thinking of that one. So yeah,
Apologies,
like that's
love.
what we're doing. So back to my people expecting all this from Ten Hag, who's not of the level of an Ancelotti either. That's the crazy part. He's not an Ancelotti's level whatsoever.
It's true, part of me.
He's not. What I'm saying, could he be? Potentially. Currently, right now, I don't know. I'm assessing more. I need to see more. At the EPL Turf, who says, would you trust Ten Hag's talent ID? He tends to focus mainly on Dutch league players, including Frankie de Jong. Why would I not trust it when it's worked so far? I like all of the signings he's made this past summer. Martinez, Casemiro, Eriksson, Malacia, Anthony. So if he tends to focus on Dutch league players because he's going with what he knows, have no issue with that. Same way when Arsene Wenger was successful at Arsenal, he went and signed French players because that's what he was familiar with, and it worked for Arsenal. There was time mainly Arsenal's team was French players. Ask Cam if he was forced, or was he just celebrating during that period? I was celebrating. I don't care that the majority of the team's French. I don't care if the majority of our team's Dutch. Are you winning? That's what it is. I don't care where you're from.
I don't care what language you're speaking. As long as my team is being successful, my club is being successful, get on with it. Get on with your day.
Facts. Now, EPL Turvey says then there's only Sir Alex and Pep with sustained success. No, Mourinho did because he won back-to-back league titles. So that's sustained. You've once you defend it, Mourinho are put in that mix 110%.
He's
Mourinho
one. Even though
and Wenger did as well because Wenger
he's got 3 leagues, bro.
Did Wenger win 3 in 6 years?
He won 3 in.
It was like 3 in 6 years, 3 in 7 years, right?
3 in 8 years, I think.
Was it 3 in 8 years? Wait, did you not win
3 in 7 years?
Wait, did you not win 96? Yeah,
98.
Did you win 96?
Sorry, no, 98.
Yeah.
2002, 2004. He came in 96. That's what I was trying to say. Like, so he came in 96.
So you were 98, 2002, 2004.
Yeah.
So that's what
I'd say 3 in 8 years.
All right. Well,
from the first one, 3 in 6, obviously. From that,
so like it's 3 and 6, or even with 2002, 2004, that's 2 and 3. That's sustained success. If you win it one year, lose it the next, and then win it back the next year, that's sustained success, 110%. So I put Wenger and I put Mourinho in that.
We should have won it in 2005, but Chelsea had to spend away there.
It's all right, man. You'll be all right, man. You'll get back there one day, man. I'm saying, look how close you came this time. Look how close you came this time, man.
Better win the league by March. I'm telling you, fam.
Man said March. All right, you getting ahead of yourself there. Man said March,
I want to see 30 games, 30 wins.
Man said March. Man's crazy.
You hear me? 30 games, 30 wins.
Yeah, because that's the state. Yeah, you won it in 2002 and then won it in 2004. Like, yeah, that's impressive. You know what I'm saying? That's impressive. That's sustained success. 2 out of 3 years, 100%.
Even 2003, we were unlucky to fucking lose it, bro.
Hey, man, you man got to hold that. You know what I'm saying? And that it's got to hold that.
That was one of the seasons we flopped. If you go on when that statistic came out last week with the biggest flops of the season, of people being at the top of the league for the longest times of period. Yeah, 2002, 2003 is up there.
Just sucks to be you lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Just got to hold that. Just got to hold that. All right, we're going to close out this show anyway, people. Continue to bump up the likes as well. We're at 55 likes, so big up you lot. If this is your favorite show, the Arsenal Manchester United show, going to talk from the Arsenal meets the Man United podcast, There is a playlist for the show on the channel. So you just click the playlist and you can see all the shows that are there, people. I update it on a weekly basis. We will be live in 40 minutes. 40 minutes over on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch for the Phoenix Suns versus Denver Nuggets game 6, people. NBA, watch along. But Cam, bless. Anything else you want to add before we close out?
Nah, man, just keep believing. You never know. City might fuck up and bottle it. Then we can call them the bigger bottlers than us. It is what it is. But nah, obviously, just get this season over and done with and bring me the summer, man. That's the truth, man. I just want to see who we bring in. I want to see if we can actually bring in top quality players now. So,
Yeah, man, calm.
branch is broken. It is what it is.
And big up to Jack, who says, big up, great show as always. You can catch the show every Thursday, people, right here on the YouTube at midnight. Go on.
Yeah, and obviously, apologies for me being late tonight as well.
Well, man, happens, man. We're here. We made it. But yes, people, like I said, the watch along that's coming up in just under 40 minutes. And then tomorrow we're back. A little switch around. So 4:30 p.m. will be the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, people. 4:30 p.m. will be the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And then 11:30 p.m., myself and Eddie will be the Man United podcast, people. So we'll be talking all things Manchester United, looking ahead to that game against Wolves on the weekend. And then following that, which I believe it's at 3 a.m. Yes, it is. LA Lakers, Golden State Warriors, game 6. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Lakers looking to close out the series. Warriors looking to take it to a game 7. But yeah, love to everyone that's locked in. Hope to see all of you lot on the Twitch. And this has been the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the Man United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.
Big up, big up, big